John, a score draw, a real slog at times. Maybe that first half was a tough one, but how do you see it overall?
I think I see it differently to pretty much the 100 people behind me because I could hear the frustration, but I'll compare it to what you'll see on Monday. It'll be polar opposite game of football, but you've got to play a little bit of football at times. We've not controlled the ball enough in the last 3 or 4 games, so everything that the lads have done there was everything that I've asked them to do. So if anyone's going to moan at anyone or say that we didn't do enough of this, that and the other, you can moan at me, absolutely fine. I'm happy with that because the lads there have, listen, we didn't put away the chances today. Again, the same old sob story, isn't it? But we're creating chances. First half, it wasn't easy. It's a tough side to play against, Mossley. They've picked up three draws, I think, 2 draws, whatever it is, against good sides. So they've come here and they've made it very difficult for us, and they've created their own chances. They've scored a goal, which, in fairness, was a poor goal. Really, if we're going to be realistic, it was a poor goal to concede. Probably one we shouldn't really be looking to concede. But I don't think they've really created many more chances throughout the game. I think the first half was about dictating the tempo, which we did. Yeah, we've got to have a bit more purpose to the passes. I'll agree with that 100%. But I'd rather watch a side who has the ball, plays a certain way, at least tries to play a certain way, than other sides that won't do that. So that's my decision, and that's what the lads have done for me today. So listen, I'm disappointed we haven't won the game because I think we did enough to do that, especially second half, because I thought we were brilliant second half. I think there was some absolute outstanding personal contributions to the game. Fenton Green was absolutely terrific. He has put absolutely every ounce of his energy into that game there, and we've gone to go and try and win the game of football, which you want. And Fence has had to come back on a last-ditch little attempt there just to try and stop a goal, and he's done that with 95 minutes into his legs. You know, it's just stuff like that I value massively. You know, I think boys who are going to put absolutely everything on the line, it's fantastic to see and watch. Now, listen, we can be a lot better. I think I agree with that. I don't think we had enough purpose in the play, but I thought second half we did enough to go and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, one of the moans was the passing around and things like that, but maybe also the team selection, big changes, especially up top. But in the end, maybe it was justified with Ben getting his first goal and early in that second half.
Big change. Well, it's an interesting one, and again, anyone who wants to speak to me about it, they can do. We've got 2 games in 48 hours, which is ridiculous for this level of football. You've got lads who've got to go and work a 9 to 5, then got to go and play a Saturday and then a Monday. You know, it's not. You hear in the Premier League all the time about, they play too many games. Well, they're playing a Saturday, a Wednesday, and a Saturday. God forbid they ever play a Saturday, Monday. So we've got to look after players. Now, I've selected a team there that more than capable of going and winning the game. That's the reason why we have a good squad, to be able to rotate, and there'll be many, many more rotations across the season, because it's not about 11 players, it's not about 12, it's about 16, 17 man squad, because ultimately we want to be successful this year, and you can't do that with 11 players. Now, again, I go back to every single player that stepped foot on that pitch there is more than capable of playing in any side at this level, let alone ours. And I thought that they did all fine, to be honest. I thought they were fine. I thought Ben Greenup showed a threat. I thought his energy was terrific. So if anyone wants to say, well, why are you playing Ben? Well, I'll show him that footage, because he's live, he's raw. God, he's raw, but he's lively, he's energetic. He's been biting my hand to try and get an opportunity, you know, but he got it today. He scored a great goal. Could have scored a couple more. Then the lads who've come on, they've showed the same energy. Cal Saunders probably should score a couple as well. I think he was saying that the ball was getting a bit stuck in his feet every now and then on the pitch, which happens. Byron Harrison's done well. He's caused threats, you know, and they were makeshift towards the end. Mossley, they've had 2 of the centre halves come off injured, so we had an opportunity there, and we did put it on them. And I think we did enough to go and win the game. We created the chances to go and win the game, just didn't quite put them away.
I'm into a period now. I think, depending on when the Bury game's rearranged for, it's going to be 4 away games on the bounce. How do we prepare for that? How do we get ready for the different challenges that we'll be facing there?
Yeah, well, we'll look forward to every single one, because we all want to play football, and we'll go about it the exact same way that we have done here. We'll prepare right. We'll make sure the lads have got all the information that they need to go and win the game of football, and we'll select a team that I think is going to go and win the game of football. Monday will be a real tough test. It'll be a physical battle. We've got to be physically ready for that, and we will be. You know, we've got one of the most physical sides in the league, I'd argue. And there's reasons why we've done that, and we've recruited that way. Now, again, it could easily go and turn to a long ball team and go and just lump it if we really wanted to, but we've got quality in that side, enough quality to go and play the football that we want to play. One of their players has just come patted me on the back and said, you know what, your team, they play football, don't they? I would rather that than someone come and say, all you did was lump it. I'd hate that. I'd hate that. I wouldn't want to do it. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want to do it. So I want to play a certain style of football in a certain way that, yeah, we've not quite got right yet, but we will certainly keep working on it and we'll get better at it. And the lads, they will take risks, but you can see moments in the first half where we've got Aiden down the side and we should score that. You know, and that just came from about 20 passes that we've knocked it about. We've made it so hard for them. Their forwards must be absolutely blowing. The amount of running that they had to do side to side, back and forth, and that's what you've got to do. And we'll get better at it. We'll get better at it. But you can't do it every week. We certainly won't be able to do it on Monday. But we'll keep trying. We'll keep playing the football that I want them to play.